basketball fans, you've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting... And here we can check out the story for Anthony Davis.
And he's tailed off in the last 10 games when it comes to his D. You can see his steals are down, but he's not playing with the same intensity that he had to begin with. The coaching staff's got to get him motivated.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, "I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win." And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows it. Thank you. And these teams, both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking, is it getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defense?
The simple answer, Kevin, is no. We're still having an immense amount of problem trying to statistically measure what is happening defensively. But we know how you can impact offenses with the way you play defense. The measuring metrics on individuals still, we're probably 3 or 4 years away from understanding that the way we could.
And the Clippers starting five. Davis is out there with Keldon Johnson. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3. And for the LakERs, Payton is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Horford. And it's Portis in at the 5 spot. Leonard attacking, off to a good start as he gets his first shot attempt.
It's remarkable what he's able to do. Leonard, with a guy draped all over him, still able to convert.
George against Leonard. Outside, George. 5 on the clock. Leonard with the steal. Over in the corner, Beverly. Offline with his 3. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And this is the first season matchup for them against the LakERs team.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Now, here's George. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, much improved foul shooting. KCP also started to get to the line at a higher rate.
At the line for the Clippers, Contavious Caldwell Pope at the line for 2.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Payton attacking. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. In the corner, George with it. From outside the arc. That shot off. And the LakERs will go the other way with it.
And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Now here's Leonard. 17 points in his last outing. Portis. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
I like to see Leonard's ability to dish the ball off the screen and roll. It's becoming a huge advantage for this team.
George with the ball. Leonard picks him up. George against Leonard. Davis dishes to Caldwell Pope. 6 to shoot. From the baseline. And the Clippers miss again. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
It's George on the wing. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. And there's the pass to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
dare I say, a bit of a mean streak to the game coming from AD tonight.
Portis the screen. Beverly the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Outside, George. Johnson outside. Pass to Westbrook. Three-pointer on the way. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Lakers ball.
And now a glance at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top assist men over the past 10 games. Fifth, Russell Westbrook.
And those games have seen him dropping more dimes than you might have thought possible.
Portis a screen on Westbrook. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Hits it from three-point range. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Came into the league and struggled from the three-point line. Kawhi Leonard has made his weakness a strength.
Well, it was the Los Angeles LakERs in their last game, a loss to the Raptors.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdown defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Beverly finds Horford, and the dunk by Horford.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
George looking over the floor. And there's the drive. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the Lakers get called for the foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
I'm loving the ping-pong action of the ball tonight. A decent number of assists so far.
First free throw is good. When you know you're on a championship contender, Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year?
Some of that depends on the leadership you have in the locker room. Certain guys have an ability to keep everyone engaged and motivated and also loose and light in that locker room. So it does matter.
And George drops them both.
Such a great two-way player. Paul George had an incredible 2018-19 season. He finished second in the league in scoring and third in the MVP voting.
Now here's Leonard. He has 7. Yep, that one goes in there. Leonard's got 9 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Leonard against George. Caldwell Pope outside. Count that one.
And part of an overall effort for Kentavious going for higher percentage shots. That time working inside.
Now here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Pat Beverly, one of the most antagonizing guys in the league, Brent. How would you go about keeping him out of your head?
Well, I would bring tweezers to the game, Kevin, to be honest with you, to try to remove that splinter as soon as possible. Once Pat Beverly gets up underneath you, man, he can cause guys some confusion and get them really frustrated. One of the better perimeter defenders in the game and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Clippers trail by 7. Outside, George. Down low, here's Davis. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Assisted.
George has got 4 assists now tonight. Lakers have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. Portis a screen on Westbrook. Beverly the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
A good job of reading the pick and roll there from Patrick. You give him a passing lane, he's going to get to it.
Westbrook surveying the D. And George kicks to Davis. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Johnson attacking. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Now, here's Portis. Westbrook with the nice D there.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And this is how you become a triple-double machine like Russell. You get the ball to the easy open shot.
And here's Leonard. Following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Leonard attack.
Oh, yes, sir. Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in his game like that.
Called by LA. Who wants a t-shirt? All right. Look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are. Your LakERs. Look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are. Your LakERs.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Victor Oladipo.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here's Mann. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
An efficient score inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. And a dunk by Horford.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Now here's Powell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Kennard against Leonard. Zubac a screen on Leonard. Teardrop shot, and the layup is up and in.
Great sign for the offense when Kennard can start to handle the ball and make plays like that.
Kennard against Leonard. To the paint. Here's Portis. Up and in on the layup. Portis has got 10 points.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
There's the pick. To the inside. Zubac's in the post. Working on Portis. Got a piece of it. And it's on the bounce to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Now, here's Zubac. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. Walked again.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile one block?
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Lakers leading by 4. Here's Leonard. 11 points in the game. Picked him clean. Here's Mann. It's tipped. Leonard looking over the floor. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Driving the lane. Got a hand on it. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Passes it to Payton. Outside Leonard. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, what makes Kawhi Leonard so effective on those kinds of drives is the kind of pace he goes at it with. He's able to decipher the defense and knows where the help is coming from, and yet he still scores.
That one falls.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Now here's Beverly, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game.
2 minutes remaining.
Horford sets a screen for Leonard. Back to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
When you have a big like Horford setting the screen and rolling to the bucket, there's sometimes nothing the D is able to do.
Clippers trail by 6. And there's 1:45 left here in the first quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with a quick break in the action, here's some numbers for Beverly. He's putting up about 5 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 13. Inside, Horford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Given his massive size, it is easy to see why Horford picks up a lot of fouls.
And an area that's often underappreciated for Horford, he's a fantastic passer.
Nothing flashy. Great vision in the post. At the top of the key, and he just keeps it moving and finds the open man.
So Horford gets 2.
And now Horford, a veteran big man, he's been doing it as long as anyone in the NBA.
And a seamless transition, GA, to where he is in his career, this self-awareness of moving team to team, but bringing both your competitiveness and your culture along with you. That's the reason Al Horford continues to put on an NBA jersey. Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Portis a screen on Kennard. Leonard the pass to Portis. Out to Payton. Portis a screen on Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Leonard finds Portis and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Kennard against Leonard to the middle. Here's Zubac and the dunk by Zubac.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 4. This one for 3. Kennard with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Zubats kicks to Powell. Zubats a screen on tape. It's Powell with the drive. Can't hit from 12. Horford dishes to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
You settle in and you watch the show coming from Kawhi as he's filling it up and doing it in a lot of ways.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. We'll return shortly.
All right, look who's coming under the court.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
Lakers leading by 6. So with Leonard on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. They've got Oladipo, Fournier out there at Bledsoe. Then there's Howard, and it's Griffin in at the 4. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Bledsoe passes to Howard. Fournier against Davis. And it's slammed in by Howard.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Here's George. 23 points for him the last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's Oladipo following the basket by Anthony Davis. Pass to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
That's what you come to see there. Blake Griffin sky high on that dunk. The D has to keep him from getting that deep.
Fournier against George. Right side, Westbrook. To the inside, Davis takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Davis playing with some real authority right now and imposing his will. And you see the bench reacting and loving it.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Fournier gets a wide open look. No good on the quick 3. Clippers trail by 3. On the wing, Davis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And all the individual accolades that Anthony Davis has racked up in the early part of his career. And he'll tell you, none come close to the feeling of putting on that championship ring for the first time.
And both free throws good for Davis. And every year we see, Greg, some incredible comebacks. What distinguishes, in your mind, those with the resilience to battle back?
I think it starts with a belief and desire. And the great ones truly hate to lose.
That one misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Down low. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his play on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. DA, thank you.
And you see Paul George just focused that time. Opportunistic bucket, gets to the interior and does the work.
And Bledsoe, here we go. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, we settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Howard with the screen on Westbrook, driving to the basket. Griffin inside. He's guarded by Johnson, and it's good. 2 points. Griffin's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
George against Fournier. Davis lays it up off the glass. Davis has got the lead, back up to 2 now for the Clippers.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
In the corner, it's Griffin. Trying his luck from deep. No good that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
All right, look who's coming under the court. Get loud, here they are, your LakERs. Look who's coming under the court. Get loud, here they are, your LakERs.
Peyton, he's checked in for Fournier. And let's focus briefly on an area we often overlook. Point guard rebounding. Here are the leaders in that category over the past 10 games. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do.
It's a dimension of the game that so few point guards have, and it's an attribute that makes them much more valuable to their ball clubs. To have that many rebounds coming from the point guard position, well, the plus you got there.
Here's Oladipo. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Griffin. Good work there as it goes. Griffin's got 6.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Westbrook passes to George. Poked away and stolen by Peyton. Bledsoe against Caldwell Pope. Howard kicks to Bledsoe. Outside Griffin. For the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. George has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it, and just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
Bledsoe with him, and it's Johnson picking him up. Here's Griffin. Here's Howard, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. They get Russell Westbrook. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up-tempo tonight.
Powell, he's checked in for the Clippers. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
He's just such a specimen out there, Dwight Howard. Physically imposing presence on both ends of the floor.
Powell with the steal. Here's Caldwell Pope. Again, the Clippers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Picked by Griffin. Bledsoe dishes to Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second
And
personal
for a
foul.
player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He really had to reshape his body and his game.
And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
Payton passes to Griffin. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Griffin's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You have to do better than that. Griffin is a pro at muscling in those difficult shots.
Here's Davis. Second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up. And they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Al Horford's checked in for Griffin. Patrick Beverley comes in for Gary Payton. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Schroeder finds Covington. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Just 4 to shoot. The Clippers grab the miss. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Davis with the double team. Right wing. Schroeder against Kennard. Here's Horford. The shot that time, not on target. The Clippers go the other way with it. Davis, the pass to Mann. And here is Powell, defended by Beverley. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Mann's got the lead up to 10 now for the Clippers.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding and rising up off the ground.
Davis kicks to Kennard. Inside. Terrific assist and nice finish. Solid play all around.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Schroeder looking around. To the paint. Here's Horford. And Davis sends it back.
Well, the offense not getting anything easy while Anthony Davis is on the floor.
And the pass to Mann. Over Horford. Man can't hit.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. You have to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Schroeder finds Horford. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
I like that Al right there just got a great angle, and he finished strong.
Davis against Horford. Takes it from 10. And too long on the shot.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Clippers leading by 8. Powell, no one around him. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Powell's got 5 points so far. Lakers shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. There's a screen by Covington. Oladipo dishes to Covington. It's tipped. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo.
And let's take a moment to look at some stats for Horford. He's been more than solid over the last month, averaging 13 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Now, here's Kennard. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Lets it go from deep.
A focused defensive effort from Oladipo there. That's where he's setting himself apart in this game.
Into the lane, and it's Oladipo with the jam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. 1:27 left to play here in the second quarter. And he comes up with the deuce. He's got 8.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Schroeder passes to Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
So shifty in these pick-and-roll sets. Schroeder takes what the defense gives him in that situation.
Outside, Davis. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Lakers trail by 9. There's 47 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Oladipo goes in.
And that's where the... Oladipo needs to do. Put his head down and punish the D.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And from the line, he's knocking it down about 71% of the time, and that's a percentage that needs to go up.
He misses the free throw. Howard's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Anthony Davis. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, 2013 draft, Victor Oladipo out of Indiana becomes the second overall pick. And he broke out in his first season with the Pacers. Nice to see him come back from this injury and start to make an impact.
Here's Powell, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Schroeder outside. It's picked off. With 1 on the clock. That shot off. Anthony Davis finally on all cylinders for the LA Clippers. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Ty Lue, good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. Shaq, were there certain player matchups that gave you, extra motivation?
Well, whoever will make the biggest headline after I put them on the poster, Ernie. Because you know me, I'm trying to get these legs up, wrap them around you. And, I want you to talk about me, Ernie.
You never put me on a poster.
It wasn't worth the effort. No one knew you were there.
Well, I didn't want your legs wrapped around me anyway.
And guys, how about Anthony Davis in that first half we just witnessed? Outstanding job asserting his will and going to WORK.
The man is dominating down low. That remind you of someone, fellas? I'll wait. Anyway, he's taking high percentage shots. That leads to high point totals. Does that remind you of anybody, fellas? I'll wait. And again, he's in full control of the interior right now. Awesome to watch. Does that remind you of anybody, fellas? I'll wait.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at it.
So for the Clippers right now, we've got Russell Westbrook. Johnson is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Paul George, and it's Davis at the 5 down low. And the Clippers have possession following the bucket by the Lakers. They get it again. Here's George. The kick out to Westbrook. Davis gets a wide open look. And again, no good by the Clippers. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And the dunk by Covington.
Those feel so good. Covington up there for a slam dunk.
Clippers leading by 5. Here's George. And he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh my goodness.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. The drive by Schroeder. There's Covington and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Covington's got 4 this quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's George. Outside for Davis. Offensive rebound. And George gets it to go. George has got 15.
Paul George outworking the defense that time, beating his man and a couple others to the board.
It's Schroeder with the drop. It's blocked. George against Beverly. Lobbed up there for Westbrook.
Smart play from PG. Just sees a man with a better shot and gets him the rock.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Howard with a screen on Westbrook. Schroeder passes to Howard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. They get Russell Westbrook. The Lakers have made 5 of 10 free throw attempts, a lot of misses.
And typically, a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The first one falls. The Lakers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Clippers leading by 8. George, no good.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And at 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan, Robert Covington, Greg, comfortable guarding power forwards.
Well, he's accustomed to it. In high school, he was the same height, but only weighed 170 pounds. Even then, his coach said he was weak, but he wasn't soft.
Now here's Leonard. 15 points in the game. To the inside, and Davis sends it back. The Clippers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. And George, here we go. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And nothing you can do right there as George is aggressive, getting to the inside and over the top of the defense.
Howard with his screen on Westbrook with the drive, and Davis sends it back.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Howard with his screen on Westbrook. Leonard the pass to Howard. That shot misses. Westbrook with the nice D there. Clippers leading by 8. The 3 from George. George missing again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Davis.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Clippers shooting 31% here in the third. Offensively, they are looking bleak. And that one's good by Davis.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
Making the defense look silly right there. Sick handles. As a result, court opens up and he converts the easy one.
George passes to Davis. A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Beverly against George. Schroeder kicks to Covington. Back to Schroeder. The feed to Covington. Stolen by Westbrook. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And he misses the fast break layup. Lakers trail by 8. Covington, a screen on George. Leonard against Johnson. The 8-footer. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
On the court, no denying Kawhi, hitting the offensive glass with some force.
George against Leonard. Outside, George. Clock at 6. Davis setting the pick for George. And set pick by Howard.
And taking a look now at the stats for Kawhi. His last 10 games have been exceptional. Averaging about 24 points, 7 rebounds, and just over 2 steals. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
And he's causing a lot of those mistakes, too. He's just harassing you 94 feet and does not give you an inch.
Now here's Leonard. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And here they come. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Here's Davis. Drilled from 11 feet out. Davis has got 26 points. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Clippers?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
The Lakers have not set the world on fire at the free throw line. They're just 6 of 12. And he can't get the first one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Anthony Davis. Marcus Morris comes in for Johnson. And it's Powell in for Paul George. Now, here's Zubac. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Screen by Howard. A drive by Schroeder. Westbrook with the block.
And Russell just bringing it right now on defense.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And the dunk by Covington.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. It's a great pass.
Out left to the wing. Back to Westbrook. Zubac with the screen for Westbrook. He takes it in. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Pass to Powell. Launches it. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 6 rebounds in the game.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
To the middle. And the by Covington.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Clippers. Westbrook a screen on Covington. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Zubac against Leonard. Driving in, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And Kawhi rising up and bringing that one down.
Clippers leading by 7. Westbrook a screen on Covington. Back to Westbrook. It's Powell on the wing. Passes it to Zubac. Shoots over Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Zubac a screen on Howard. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 21. Howard setting the pick for Leonard. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Man comes in for Russell Westbrook.
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers.
Here's Bledsoe. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And he drives in. And easy 2 points on the layup. Bledsoe's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Now, here's Kennard. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Powell. To stop the drought, Zubac.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Man, just 5 on the clock. From deep. A rebound by the LakERs.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Now here's Leonard. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. The pass to Portis. The shot misses, so the Clippers will take it the other way. Pass to man. Passes to Kennard. Shoots, and it's sent back by Leonard.
That's why they call him the clock. Kawhi getting in there with those massive mitts.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. No good from Bledsoe.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's man, guarded by Bledsoe. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Portis. Lakers trail by 5. Up top, Leonard. Kennard covering. And the Lakers with another miss. Man passes to Pop. Ahead, here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The third quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take a listen now to Coach Tyronn Lue.
Keep pressing, all right? First half, the ball's moving. We got to keep the ball moving. Can't go one-on-one individually. We got to keep the ball moving. They can't stop moving the ball, drive it, kick it. We get anything we want.
I think you can tell he wants to see a lot more activity from his team.
Yeah, and he's right. Too much ISO ball. Move it. Let's try to get a great shot, not settling for good.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Leonard on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. Griffin is out there with Oladipo. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Portis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Oladipo, the pass to Portis. Outside for Griffin. Goes back up. Pass to Reeves. Going inside. Outside for Bledsoe. Portis trying to free himself. No good from Bledsoe.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Westbrook finds George. Johnson, a wide open look from outside off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Oladipo. And that one is off. Great D that time from Westbrook. Bledsoe against George. Over Bledsoe. George, no good.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
This is where Oladipo goes in and has no fear of drawing some contact. Nice job of getting through the defense.
That free throw good from Oladipo. And the Clippers making a change here. Caldwell Pope's checked in. Oladipo hits them both. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. George against Oladipo. Now, here is George. He's tightly guarded.
And his performance today, guys, is really a thing of beauty. A triple-double for him today.
Portis a screen on Westbrook. Oladipo the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Victor showing some nice signs of vision on that play. Not an easy cover in the pick and roll. It's a nice pass.
Oladipo against George. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Westbrook finds George. Fires from 18. Yep, right through the net. George has got 19 points.
Yeah, Paul George, too nice from that distance. Just gets up there with confidence and knocks that one down.
And Oladipo, here we go. And that one, good. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Clippers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Oladipo against George. He feeds it to Davis. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Portis sets the pick for Oladipo. And Davis sends it back. They get it back. Portis kicks to Oladipo. Over Caldwell Pope. Oladipo misses.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Outside, George. Here's Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And your Laker girl.
Some changes here for the Lakers. Al Horford's checked in for Portis. Robert Covington comes in for Blake Griffin. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Victor Oladipo. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment. And let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Horford, good.
Yeah, now can hit a jump shot, but man, down low, he's tough.
Clippers leading by 5. Down low, here's Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And the dunk by Covington.
Up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Clippers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. George against Leonard. And here's George. Can't hit from 12. Bledsoe with it. Horford with the screen on Westbrook. Bledsoe passes to Horford. It's stolen by Davis. Feeds it to Johnson. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. And the Clippers lead by 7.
You love it when a star player like Anthony Davis is willing to share the ball and find a teammate.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
For T-shirts. All right, look who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are. Your Laker girls. who's coming under the court. Get loud. Here they are. Your Laker girls.
And the Lakers with some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Horford. Griffin comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Oladipo in for Eric Bledsoe. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Kicks it out to Johnson. Davis sets a screen. Shot clock at 6. Johnson can't hit. Lakers trail by 5. Now Leonard. Portis a screen on Caldwell Pope. Leonard laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 23 points.
I love the patience, the tactical mindset of Leonard. He's so good at picking his spots, especially on the pick and roll.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
At the line for Clippers, Paul George.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Paul George. Lakers have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Portis a screen on Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now Davis pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Davis throws it down.
Just a stellar effort from Anthony Davis, sprinting down the floor. One of the fastest bigs in the league, and he gets rewarded.
Oladipo with the ball. As Johnson picking him up.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
That's his 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Griffin against Johnson. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Griffin. Clock at 4. Johnson dishes to George. 3-pointer.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Portis a screen on George. Leonard the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
With Leonard on the floor, the team's always going to function a little bit better as a whole. And some of that comes from his unselfish play.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That quick first step that Caldwell Pope possesses is lethal. Drawing the contact there thanks to his aggressiveness.
Zubac is checked in for Davis. And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
And Bobby Portis, an interesting talent. He can play back to the basket. He can play one dribble away. And as a stretch 5, if they play small, he's able to knock down 3s.
Here's Leonard. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. 25 points for Leonard.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
The pass to George. Caldwell Pope outside. Zubac a screen on Oladipo.
Just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Here's Reeves outside for Griffin. Off target from 3-point range. Well, we know Bobby Portis, Brent, has bounced around between teams, but as you said, the shooting has been there.
The shooting has been there, and that's what he came in to the NBA as, a great rebounder, but a great scorer coming in, and now he's finding more confidence in being able to step to the 3-point line and let it rip.
Leonard against Caldwell Pope. Portis a screen on Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Westbrook. Drives to the hoop, and the layup's good off the glass. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
And the burst from Russell Westbrook paying off that time. That's an impossible play for the primary defender to stop.
Caldwell Pope against Leonard. Pass to Reeves. Now here's Leonard. Inside. Nice shot by Portis. Portis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise. Fans, your Laker girl. All right, look who's coming under the goal. Get loud, here they are, your Laker girls.
Clippers leading by 7. Outside, George. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Oladipo with the block.
Good timing from Victor there as he swipes that one away.
Portis the screen. Leonard against Caldwell Pope. Leonard on the wing. Over Caldwell Pope. And that one comes up a bit short. The Clippers shooting 53% from the field in the fourth quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense. George against Oladipo. And George, here we go. And the dunk by Zubac.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you. So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
George against Leonard. Shoots from 14. George, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set. They're allowing him to settle in.
That's his first personal foul. Second
good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
We've seen teams go all in to acquire Kawhi Leonard. Easy to see why. He just changes the course of a franchise. Any team he's on legitimately has a chance to win a title.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
George, no good.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And the call on the shot that sends... into the line. That one on George.
Well, Leonard looking to score. It's going to make defenders nervous, and that's why he got the foul that time.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game. That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Leonard against George. Zubac. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. Here's the drive. Yes!
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting to it.
Johnson finds Zubats. Outside, George. Leonard with the steal. Jumps up. Yes!
And the claw at work, just one reason why he's always a threat to lead the league in steals. Jump starts the fast break there.
Called by a leg. And the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who is the loudest. All right, look who's coming under the boat. Get loud. Here they are. Your LakERs. Look who's coming under the boat. Get loud. Here they are. Your LakERs. Come on, fans. Stand up and make some noise.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, George. Zubats a screen on Leonard. George for the tie. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's going to happen. How is this thing going to play out?
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to him when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. As we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.